If you have a plaque of atherosclerosis that is partially blocking blood flow in a coronary artery, your doctor may try to open the blockage. Hi, I'm Dr. Anthony Komaroff. One of the ways to open a blocked artery is with an angioplasty and stent. Here's the problem that needs to be fixed. We're looking inside a coronary artery that has atherosclerosis. You can see the plaque, a buildup of cholesterol on the inside wall of the artery. This plaque is big enough that not much blood is getting through. From the symptoms, the doctor suspects there is a blockage in one or more of the coronary arteries. First, the doctor needs to find the blockage, then to fix it. Even though the blockage is located in an artery deep within the body, there is a pretty easy way for the doctor to find it. All of the arteries in the body come from the heart, including the blocked coronary artery and an artery in your groin. Any artery that comes from your heart is like a highway leading back to your heart. The artery in your groin lies right under the skin. During a cardiac catheterization, the doctor will use this groin artery to reach the heart arteries. First, the skin is numbed. Then the doctor places a needle into the artery and runs a guide wire through the needle. The needle is removed, and then a small plastic tube called a catheter is pushed into the artery.
A lot of pressure, sir.
Here you see the doctor pushing the catheter into the artery. Now the doctor carefully guides the catheter up the body's main artery toward the heart. See that green circle? In the center of the green circle is the tip of the catheter. The tip of the catheter moves up the main artery to the heart and then to the coronary arteries. Now, to find the blockage, the doctor squirts dye through the coronary arteries. This is called a coronary angiogram or arteriogram. On an X-ray, the dye makes the arteries look dark. If there's no blockage, the dye flows easily through the arteries. But when there's a blockage, the dye slows or stops. Once the doctor finds a blockage, it needs to be fixed. One way to fix it is with an angioplasty and stent. Here's how it works. Let's say the blockage is here. The doctor pushes the tip of the catheter right to the start of the blockage. Now we're inside the heart artery again. Here's the plaque that's blocking the flow of blood, and here comes the catheter with the balloon at its tip. Wrapped around the balloon is a tiny wire mesh cylinder called a stent. Once the balloon is in place, the doctor inflates it. As the balloon expands, the stent around it expands too. Together, the balloon and stent squash the plaque against the walls of the artery, making more room for blood to flow. Then the balloon is deflated, but notice, the stent remains expanded. It is still holding the artery open. The catheter and balloon are pulled out of the artery and out of the body, but the stent remains in place inside the artery, keeping it open. Let's look at that again, because it's pretty amazing. First, notice how little blood is flowing before the angioplasty. In comes the catheter with the balloon at the tip and the stent wrapped around the balloon. The balloon is inflated, the plaque is squashed, and the balloon is removed, and now the blood is flowing very nicely through the artery. That part of the heart is getting the blood it needs. So that's an angioplasty and stent. It's very effective. Sometimes a blockage returns and an angioplasty has to be performed again, but an angioplasty almost always gives immediate relief, and often the relief lasts a long time. From Harvard, I wish you good health.